Good morning. This is Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and this morning I'm going to go over with you one more time the Cricut kits. And all you have to do this is snap. Notice there is a magnet on the top of the pen. You just place it in the holder, and I'm going to turn it this way so you can see. As you push it closer, it just automatically snaps in. Now what you need to do, and notice that I have got a little sheet of paper on there. As I open my blade housing, take this off, place the pen holder in, and tighten it up. That's all there is to it. Now, because I always seem to forget, I am going to change my pressure to 3, even though my Gypsy reminds me. I still want to do that because I still forget. This is a copy of my design on just everything that I'm going to do. So it is a lengthy one. So once it gets started and once it gets going, I am going to stop the camera because once you see how it's going, it continues doing that all the way through. And this is going to be a little bit lengthy process, probably about 6 whole minutes of just drawing lines, and I'm sure you'll get bored with that after a few minutes. But what I wanted to show you is just how easy these Cricut pens work. And I like the intricate designs of Summer in Paris. Make such beautiful, beautiful designs, but so difficult to cut unless you're cutting something extremely large. Well, I wanted to use something that I could use in a card, and I couldn't use a Summer in Paris card for a little card because it just would be too tight. So what I'm doing first is I am just drawing the lines, and I've used a dark blue pen, and basically my design is all it's going to be is these wonderful balloons all over the page. And I got to take off my little scrap paper that saved me from any marks. These little lines, and then when we're done with that, I will not, and I repeat that, do not unload your paper. Instead, leave the paper in, hit return design, and then go to the next, up at the top where it's got the labels of the different pages, go to your cut page, click on that, and then cut your design. Now, let's get this going. And again, it's early in the morning. I've hit cut. It asks me to check my positions, and I've already changed my setting, my pressure setting to 3. I've hit OK, and it's going to take off. And it's just going to, all it's going to do is all these little intricate cuttings, or where it would be cuttings if we had the blade in there. But what it's doing is it's drawing all these little balloons all over the paper, so I have this wonderful background, balloon background for the page. And all I used was 2 different shades of blue. And I don't know, I don't think you can see that, but I wanted to see how well you could see the blue on top of the darker blue. And so I just made a little line on the paper. But let's see. I'm going to move the camera in a little bit so you can see this design. It's just too cool. Hey, how do you like that? I got that down with making all kinds of little noises on there. Once we get about 2 balloons done, then I'm going to stop it. But I wanted you to see how awesome those balloons are. I want to get my camera out too and take a picture of this so you can see it when it's not in motion too, and see the intricate design that it does make. So if you see a little flashing, that's only me taking a couple pictures so that I can show it on the blog. And it's really, really awesome. But you can see how it takes a bunch of, oops, there went my cover for my mat. It just fell on the floor. But you can see how just, it's so intricate. Can you imagine cutting this and then trying to get out all pieces off there, it would just be almost impossible. And it's still working on the first balloon, and I think I've got about 10 balloons on here, so you can see why I'm not going to leave this on the whole time. But this is one of those things where you can program it in, and you can walk away and not worry about your machine, because it's not like it can cut any deeper or mangle up or anything like that, because all it's doing is drawing little designs on there so that you have your completed design. It's almost done here, where you can at least see the first balloon. And then I'm going to move the camera and hopefully not drive you crazy. I'm going to move the camera now. Oops, it won't do any good, it's blocking it. Well, we'll come back in and we'll check this out in a few minutes, but for right now I'm going to shut this off, and I'll be back in a little while when we go to switch to cut. Thank you.